Good evening, everyone. Wonderful atmosphere here to play cricket on Wednesday night. The lights have come into full effect. The floodlights and the toss won by the Thunder's captain and opting to field first. And they would like to chase and putting Avengers into. But here comes the first ball. A nice bit of outswing there, but can't control. He starts off with that wide. Sachin Bhandare and Venkatesh Negi, the same pair that started the as opening pair in the previous game. Well, they did pretty well. Actually, Sachin Bhandare, if we speak about, has been pretty good. Yeah, that's good ball. Just snipped away from the right hander. There is some juice on the surface, and you can see a little bit of movement. The ball nipping and going quickly into the gloves of the keeper. So that is something in for the bowlers on this wicket. And nicely put away, opening the face of the bad man in the deep, just going to get a single look out of the mark for Sachin Bandare down towards the third man region. So man in the deep third man in the deep backward point. One man in the short covers, mid off, short extra cover. And a point, long on, short mid wicket and short fine leg. These are the fielders inside. So only the protection, the two men deep on the offside at the point and deep third man. Here comes Dr. Venkatesh Nivgi on strike for the first ball. That's nicely bowled. Very nicely bowled. Well left. Good leave from Doctor. It's a wonderful time and wonderful atmosphere to play the game of cricket. We have witnessed such a calm and cool atmosphere here. This is slightly wanted to go for the square drive, run out opportunity. No, send back. He was almost more than halfway mark. Yet to get off the mark, Venkatesh Nevgi, Roshan, a decent first over. There's some zip on the surface. I've seen him during the day game. Definitely not having that much of zip and help from the surface. He's a speedy customer. And if he gets a surface that is lively, that has got green, and that is slightly conducive for medium pace bowling, it can be handy and he can just get the ball nip in towards the right handers and sometime touch away. Pretty handy bowler. So that's why they started the spell with him. Trying to flash outside and goes straight in the gloves of the keeper. Pretty good start here from Roshan Naik. End of first. It's two without loss, Avengers. So they're going with the same plan of medium pace and a spinner at the same ends because you are going to get the first 6 overs from this particular end. But what a performance he had in the previous game. picking up wickets, contributing with the bat, contributing with the ball, and he was pretty quick as well when it comes to his strike rate in bowling as well. Commendable pickup for the Thunders in the auctions. Well played on the leg side, very well picked up. Does he have that much of legs to go across the rope? Just might, yes, just touching the rope there and getting the boundary. They're still running, they are still running. Yeah, maybe just a little bit cool climate, and that is much better when you just keep yourself jogging around. That gets some heat into the body. Maybe they have not realized that it has touched the ropes there. Slightly risky shot for someone like Om Fate, who is slightly quick in the air, gets the armor back in. We have seen many a times he does get the ball back in and traps many of the batters, especially the right-handers. That's nicely played. Washed onto the bat, played it down towards the third man. Very confident start here from Sachin Pandare. Seven without loss in the second over. Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi has faced four balls, but he is still searching for the first run. They bowled well against him in the previous game as well. Tigers. Well bowled quickly, not giving the time to settle. Quick in the air, pace on that delivery, and Venkatesh Nevgi had to be alert. They are trying to contain and trying to put pressure on the batter here and not giving anything easy or loose. Played it down the ground off the back foot and gets a single. Off the mark, Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi in over number 2. Well bowl, big appeal, but you got to see the impact here, whether it's impact is outside the line of off stump. Look at the pace there, yet it has touched the pad, it's still thrown down for a boundary down towards the third man region. He's still in agony here. I was hoping that the decision goes in his favor. Here comes the replay. Here comes the delivery. And that's yeah, maybe clipping outside the line. Yeah, that's what the decision going in favor of the umpire. And yeah, luck going in towards the Avengers side, and also the ball running down towards the third man. 4 leg buys, 12 without loss after 2. What a shot! Well picked up and picked the bones out of it. Fabulous shot here. 6 all the way. Well, you can keep him quiet for some time, but not all the time. Look at this shot. Almost a Caribbean flavor. Not too short, not too full, but he was into the position and packs a lot of punch to get it over the backward square leg. Excellent batting here from Vicky Nevgi. That's what you want from your openers in the power play overs, to get yourself going as early as possible. They move on to 18, trying to play more shots here. That's another good shot. No chance for the fielder to cut that off. That's race to the fence for 4 runs. What a beautiful timing from Vicky Nevgi. One, you can say, a pickup shot of the back foot, almost like the Natraj shot, and the next one driven nicely in towards the covers. This is much better here from Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi after taking a little bit of time to get yourself set in. Is looking much better now with that A six and a boundary of back-to-back deliveries. This is on to 22 the score, and these are good signs for the Avengers. This time just takes a single down towards the third man. That's much better. After getting the boundaries and sixes, you're rotating the strike. The score is moving at a pretty good pace at around somewhere around 7 to 8 runs per over. That's once again good shot, well played, excellent batting by the Avengers openers. They got a couple of boundaries and a six in this over. This time coming from the bat of Sachin Bandare. Yeah, just gliding it down towards the backward point region and just keeps it away from the point as well as the deep third man. Well played, well placed. That's nicely done. Just bowl it outside the line. A dot ball here. But pretty good over here for the Avengers so far. Yeah, that's why. That's why. Yeah, good swing, but he can't control it. Kept on moving outside. And now a white call here. They move on to 28. Both the openers into the double digits quite early in the third over. They have kept up a good pace here in the power play overs, and that is what they'll be looking to get somewhere around 55 to 60 in the first 6 overs. And that's easy shot here. No one there. Poor bowling from the bowler. On his patch, just flick it away, and wide open space, all inside. Gets the boundary. 32 without loss after 3. Thirty-two without loss after 3 overs. Straight over the top. Well fielded. Man down in the deep. Roshan Naik, after bowling his over, has been sent back as a bowling change has been propped to Dr. Rohan Badwe comes into bowl over number 4. 33 without loss. That's driven nicely. I can't stop it. Played in the covers. No one in the deep. Should get at least couple of runs quite easily. They just jog around for two. Both the men kept on the leg side, one at long on and one at deep mid wicket region. There is no one deep in the extra covers region. So once you pick the spots and gets it past the man in the ring, you might get a couple, and if you time it well, you might get a boundary. That's what they'll be hoping for. He provides a little bit of pace here, Rohan. But few different thinking have been done so far by the Thunder's captain, Sudhir Sheth. That's trapped in. That's straight in front of the wicket. No chance. He was trying to play it across. Ball pitched in line, hitting him right in front of the wickets, and looks to be going to hit the middle and leg stump. And that's an easy decision for the umpire to raise the finger, and they get the first wicket. The Thunder strike in the fourth over. Rohan Badwe strikes. Is 35 for 1. Well bowled. Looking for a single there. He's always very quick in between the wickets. Always trying to pick quick singles and never takes time and never plays too many dot balls. That's the captain, the skipper of Avengers, Amod Burkar for you. Always busy inside the crease. If you see, he can accelerate, he can play those big shots, but he believes that high tech should be put, high price tech should be put on your wicket, and that is what he does for the first 20 balls. And he might accelerate later on by playing those shots, the big ones, to get the finish, maybe a boundary or a six. But first, he just try to nudge around the balls, very solid in defense, and just gets the singles rotating very quick in between the wickets. That's the sign of a very, very good batter. Well bowled. Pretty good recovery by Dr. Rohan Badwe. Decent over from him. End of 4 is 36 for 1. Nicely put away. Very nicely put away in the gap. There is no chance for anyone bisecting both the fielders. Well placed by Ahmed Borkar. Om Fatik just bowling it slightly short and not too wide, but Ahmed is very strong square of the wicket. So cutting it away nicely. Gets the boundary straight away against Om Fatik, and they have opted for the second over from Om Fatik here just to get wicket of Ahmed Borkar. Because if he stays on the wicket, he's going to just gives solidity in this middle order. He plays around nicely with many of the batters, whether they are the aggressive or even the defensive. He can play both ways. It's not that he can play only into the defensive. Loose balls he will definitely going to put away. Might get a single drifted down the leg side. Difficult take for the keeper there. 42 for 1. Avengers. The factor certainly is prominent nowadays in Goa, and that's why in the second innings it might be difficult. But they have bowled and won as well. Avengers. That's what the advantage in there for their camp. They will be trying to put good runs under the belt, at least hoping for 160-70 on this wicket, and looking to pick up early wickets of the Thunders. Thunder so far top of the chart, leaderboard of the table. They have got the combination sorted out with their opening batters and their opening bowling combinations. Lots of variety in this attack. So they have certainly been in a much better composition going ahead for the second leg. Especially when you discuss about the composition and the combination, you always talk about the openers, just like now Sachin Bandari and Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi coming in as pair or Avengers. That's what the combination is sorted out. Dr. Pawan Rane and Om Fati for the Thunders. And that should be it. At least the openers should be well set. Openers should know and the job with them to get runs in the power play overs. And then you can juggle the batting order depending upon the situation. If you got a pretty good opening stand, you can get your power hitters, or you can get a pretty good solid batting batter at number 3, number 4, depending upon the situation where you are in. Not trying to be adamant, yes, this is the lineup that we are going to send. And that's a sign of a pretty good T20 team. You should have the different players playing in different situations. Sometimes even the one down can come at number 6 or number 7, even 8 position that we have seen a few times in this Avengers team. They were quite flexible as far as a few batters were concerned in that list. 5 overs have been bowled, 44 for 1. So Dr. Rohan would be continuing as he picked up the wicket, the first wicket that has fallen down, trapping Sachin Bandari right in front of the wicket. A shout here. Looking to put away on the leg side, straight to the fielder in the mid wicket region. I think I lost an opportunity to pick up a boundary there. He could have played it anywhere on the leg side other than the fielder there. It's driven nicely, missed by the batter. In fact, the fielder in the short covers and gets a single. Oh, poor delivery there. He wanted to bowl with lot of pace, staying down, and no chance for the keeper as well at the short third man. That's five wides. Freebies offered by the bowler. 50 up here for Avengers with those five gifted runs. Got to be much more better than that. Ron Badway has been pretty good so far. This is considering easy runs there. That's straight over the top and goes downtown. A lot of force behind it and goes for 4 runs. That's what Dr. Vicky Nivgi is all about. Anything in his arc, he's not going to leave on that. Brutal power applied and gets the 4 runs. Well played. 54. I was mentioning about 55 to 60 runs in the first 6 overs. Certainly getting there. And Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi is looking better with his timing and immaculate placement that we have known most of the time. He does get that 30, 35 plus. Miss there. Slightly nippy delivery, slightly moved away and dot ball to finish that over number 6, 54 for 1 Avengers. Change of ends for the next 4 overs, 54 for 1 after 6 Avengers. Straight over the top. Yeah, well placed and gets a boundary. Stick down the leg side. Running for a couple of runs. Well fielded. Coming all the way from the fine leg region and picks up two. 59 for 1. We are into over number 7. Sudhir Sheth, the captain, in fact, 61 for 1. Sudhir Sheth, not up to his best. Not a good start here from the keeper of the Thunders. We have seen him bowling some medium pacers, and in the last game, I've just felt a little change in his bowling approach. And he bowled with medium paces the first up, and now he's thinking that let us bowl with gentle floaters there, because pace provided can work in favor of the batter, and that's what he believes. He's trying to concentrate. This is a chance there. Chance coming on the throat at the long on the region, and well taken. Very well pouched onto it. Not an easy chance. He had to come charging in towards the ball. He did it perfectly and takes a good one. The second wicket here, and Dr. Wikinevgi departs, trying to up the ante. Is out caught at long on region. 24 is contributed in 21 balls. Is 61 for 2 in over number 7. Giselle walks in at number 4 after the demise of the earlier batter. He goes back. Is out, caught at the long on region. So 61 for 2 in 6.5. Picked away nicely on the leg side, gets himself off the mark. Should be looking for a couple of runs. That's what he's been doing so far. Sudhir Sheth has been inconsistent with his line and length. Finishes off over. He's successful definitely after the batter tried to take him on, and he's been taken at the long on region. 63 for 2 after 7. It's a good shot. Man in the deep, just going to get a single. So Ved Mamre coming into the bowling attack. So far, not having the best of the performances as far as bowling is concerned. He tries to bowl sometimes the floated ones, that's well bowled, receiving the batter in the flight. Sometimes he tries to push in quicker, and sometimes he'll direct side on both sides of the wicket, and that is what he has to understand. It's a T20 and bowl according to the field. Yeah, T20 is all about mixture as well, but you got to be bowling in the right areas. Got to be practicing as well. A lot of times we see many a times the international stars practicing. You see Aksar Patel using the depth and the variations of the crease, going very close sometimes away from the wickets, getting the angles, sometimes in, sometimes straightens. Most of the time perform excellently. But you see that, but there is a lot of practice, there is a lot of hard work. There is coaching as well going in those things that we see on the television for many of the teams. Let's get it on. Just inside a guideline is what umpire feels. He's not like the orthodox off spinner. He doesn't give a lot of rip bowling from round the wicket. That's much better. That's much better. That's the best delivery that he has bowled in this over so far. Asking the better questions. And that is what he needs to concentrate, because if you see both the batters, they are not going to come hard against you. Ahmad Borkar might come hard after 20, 25 runs, looking to get a good finish. But other than that, he will be just looking to pick up singles. So if there is any help from the surface, this is the time that maybe he should feel about bowling in those areas, just like he troubled a couple of times to Ahmad Borkar. 8 overs gone, 67 for 2. This is in the air. Oh, he almost took it. Drop down. Oh, lovely shot there. Up and over, inside out, and goes for 4 runs. That was right pitched up there in the slot, and Ahmad Borkar just frees his arms. That is what he does. Puts the loose ball away almost every time. High percentages is putting the loose balls away. The skipper of the Avengers side, they are moving pretty nicely. They will be certainly looking to get around 160, 170 at least. The Thunders have a pretty deep batting lineup. They know it at the back of their mind. Appeal there. Appeal from the keeper. Maybe he heard something. The batter feels that I'm not connected anything and is straight down the leg side. Nothing from the keeper as well. Maybe trying to stop that wide being called. Saish Mamre. Maybe a bat hit the ground. Certainly, there might be some sound that is heard, but no, no support there given by the bowler, Dr. Pawan Rane. That is why umpire was also not interested. Nicely cut away, standing tall, cutting away in the deep. Should get comfortable too. Well, what lovely throw there. Lovely throw from the deep. I think it is Ved Mamre. He's young, he's tall, and he's very strong as well. And that's why you see a strong throw coming in straight in the gloves of the keeper, Saish Mamre. He had to take the last 5 or 6 tries pretty quickly, Amod Burkar, understanding it was main Mamre. That's why you should have the good fielders in the right position. That's what makes a difference. Although it's 2 runs, but the next time around, I think they'll be thinking when you are going to take 2 runs in that extra covers position. That's much better. Getting the boundaries, getting an extra, looking for a one more two. Once again, it's Roshan Naik, another one who's quick in the field at the mid wicket region. Sneaks into there. That's good running into the wickets, and that is what the captain does very good of Avengers. 9 overs have been bowled, 77 for 2. Nicely put away uh, off the back foot at the long on. Geet looking to good company to his skipper. So this time I just floated it outside, wanted to just push it on the offside. With Mamre into his second over. Cut away nicely once again in that deep backward point region. This time, not taking the risk. Going ahead pretty well here. Maybe trying to put a solid stand in the middle order so that gives a chance for the big batters to come in later on, whack the ball across all parks and get the runs. But it's not going to be easy. Not easy, just not because the conditions are not bad, but just because everyone is not thorough professional into this game. Some are professional in different fields and love the game of cricket. Has a lot of practice session, but they are not professionals as far as the leather ball cricket is concerned. Kept watching at the ball other than the partner. Mistake here from Gitsel, but given a loud shout here from the captain. Loud call that was. Could hear everywhere on the ground the scream from the captain to take the run. They know that every run matters, and Amod Burkar would have thought of getting somewhere around 80 to 85 in the first 10 overs. They are at 80, although they got 55, somewhere around 54 to 55 in the first 6 overs. But I think in the last 4 overs, uh, that's poor. That's way outside the line. That shows that he is just a makeshift bowler. He can roll his arm over, but not a regular spinner. As once again, they're straight down, back to back wides, trying to angle the ball away. That's not good piece of bowling here from Ved Mamre. Needs to curtail all these poor deliveries and easy runs being given away. Just cut away, and this is stopped. Well stopped. If it had sneaked in, it would have been certain boundary. Well stopped by the short tournament region. Too short, wide, cut away, but in the end, well fielded as well. End of 10 is 83 for 2 Avengers. Hello. So back after the drinks break, and is Paul Fernandez is introduced straight away after the drinks break. Ahmad Borkar is batting on 21 at a strike rate of 100, and I will be looking to just accelerate a bit here. Definitely, a lot of inputs must be given by the management of Avengers. and maybe asking Gitzel to play more shots and get some boundaries here and just accelerate a bit and maybe put some bad bowlers under pressure, if not all. Sometimes you see bowling options for many of the teams. Yes, someone like Umfat, you just can't take it on if you don't have the defenses, or for that matter, Roshan, because they are pretty effective. You go Sudesh Rane, who feels very easy when you are on the strike, but it is never easy. But I feel that someone like Ved Mamre or maybe Paul Fernandez at this end should be targeted to just try and get few runs from the batters, because not all the bowlers will be easy to take away for runs. And whenever there are different bowling options being opted, maybe the fourth, fifth, or sixth, if they are not strong enough, you just need to target them and get somewhere around 9 to 10 runs in those overs in the middle phase. Every time the acceleration that is required, if the bowling side is pretty good in the first three bowlers, they will be certainly utilizing them in the fag end of the innings, maybe from over number 15 to, 16 to 20. That's why you need to capitalize on this over number 11 to 15 instead of getting 30 in the five. Oh, that's poor calling. That's poor calling. Run out at the wrong. Oh, that's what's happening at the last couple of times here. Amod wanted to come on strike. Gitzel was trying to, maybe not trying to see his partner. He's just trying to maybe see where the ball is heading. He's trying to see the fielder. That is not the best way actually to take a run. He could have run out his partner at the non-striker's end by a long way. Flipped away on the leg side and run out opportunity direct. He would have gone there. Underarm throw. Gitzel has to be much quicker than that. Ahmad Vorkar, you can see he's fast runner. He knows the importance of singles. '87 for 2 in 10.5. That's much better. That's Mamre at the backward point. Calling has been not so good here from both these batters. They might see themselves in trouble if this continues. 11 gone, 87 for 2. Nicely put away on the offside. Well driven. But that is a man in the deep. Just going to get a single. This should be easy catch. Trying to pull away. The ball was not too short. Came in quickly. Not in the position. And eighth sail with his timing and also running between the wickets. Is 88 for 3 in the 12th over. Nicely played down towards the third man region, and with the pace of the bowler, looks like it is going to go down for a boundary. Well fielded, long chase, very very long chase given, but he has never backed out from that chase, stopping a single. That's nicely played it. Very late cut. Amod Borkar has been playing decently. He knows now we just have to accelerate a bit here. Well fielded by the man in the short third man. The approach is going to be very, very important. That's cut away. Man once again from the deep backward point, but 2 runs can't be saved. He places it nicely. Vedant Naik has come in to give company, and this is a important phase here, not only for the Avengers but also for the Thunders. Get maybe Vedant Naik out at this stage, maybe for this over or the next over. Just mean couple of overs, I mean to say. And if you get Vedant Naik, because Amod Borkar is already on 26, anyhow, he is going to go out after getting another 9 or 10 or 12 runs. So if Vedant Naik comes, there will be new two batters on the crease, maybe in the next 2 3 overs. So this is a big phase here for the Thunders. They should understand and try to get maybe 1 over from their better bowlers. Maybe Om Fatte up against Vedant Naik. Just might be the thinking. That might be my call, but I don't know what the captain will be thinking. That gives you more chance to get wicket of Vedant Naik. And that's the best opportunity because he is a fabulous bowler, left armer. And you might just see him or maybe Roshan coming into bowl the next one, because if you give a chance to someone like Vedant, he might get a good start. 12 overs, 94 for 3 Avengers. Big appeal, big appeal. And Sudesh Rane comes into the bowling attack, and I always say that has got immense experience. So many matches, so much of cricket behind him. Is aging like a fine wine as far as the bowling is concerned. That's in the air. That might be a chance. Oh, putting the shoes there. You could have maybe just gone down to take a catch. Not easy. I hope he's not hurt himself there. Saving the certain boundary, but was it a chance? Is the question that the fielders will be asking or they will be thinking about. Not the best way to stop it. You can hurt yourself with self fielding effort. Nicely done. Beating him in flight. Just getting couple of runs. Not the best couple of runs from Vedant Naik. Beaten him in flight as well as the length. Well bowled Sudesh Rane. Moral victory here for the bowler against Vedant Naik. 97. They move on to 7 overs to go after this one. two of the best batters certainly in this team uh, right now, joining each other, and the company needs to go, and that is what is required. Hammered it over the top, just charging and stepping out, and taking the attack to Sudesh Rane, and hammering it towards the cow corner region for a biggie. That's exactly what Vedant Naik brings in, and that's why they have high hopes on Vedant Naik. He is the man with consistency and also gets these runs at a pretty fast strike rate. Is not the man to be budged down by the pressure created by the bowlers. The 100 up as well with that 6. Avengers at 104 for 3, 13 gone. Amod Borkar batting on 28 of 31. Pretty slow, I must say, compared to the strike rate that he keeps. And Vedanta has just got himself going with a 6, 12 of 4. So captain bring himself back in. That's kids in. What was the appeal for? Yeah, that came back in sharply. I think it has definitely hit his back leg, but looks like drifting down the leg side. But a big shot nevertheless. Umpire not convinced anyhow. But a good change, a good bowling change, bringing maybe trying to just juggle the bowlers around, trying to surprise. The wicket has nothing much to offer here for the bowlers. You got to bowl in the right areas. There's you can play it across the line. You can play it with the line, driven nicely straight down the ground for a single here from Vedant Naik. It's got a start. Definitely has got a start of 14 of 6 balls, 107 for 3. 6 more overs to go after this one. They will be hoping for 170 at least. If they get the right acceleration, they've got Siddhanta Monkar, Gopal Gavas. That's whacked. That's over the top. And that goes for 6 runs. No chance for the fielder. That is 2 sixes of 2 full toss ball. Just had to get the timing. He was betting on 29 and he gets the 35 in 33 balls. Finally finishing with a strike rate more than 100. He maybe didn't calculate it. He was trying to hit a boundary, but that is much better time than the batter wanted. So 113 for 4 as Amod Borkar is retired out after getting another 35 runs for the Avengers side. And now it's the time of the power hitters to take the charge in the middle. So Emlyn walks in and Emlyn gets off the mark straight away. He's busy man on the crease. Always looks to take the charge. Always looks to go into the aggressive frame and try to get the big hits. Just pushing down the ground. Easy single from Vedant. Well, he will love company from someone like Hamlin, who likes to take charge in the middle, likes to go hard after the bowlers. He will keep strike with that single with Naik. 14 have been bowled, 115 for 4. Avengers. The last 6 overs for the Avengers camp coming from the Thunders. He takes the charge. There's a man in the deep, and that goes over his head. Very well picked up. Amazing pickup shot here on the leg side. Although man in the deep, but it was racing quickly towards him. Well timed from Vedant Naik. Not afraid to just for a moment he feels that I've got it straight in the hands. A little worried look from Vedant Naik, but finally he just sails over the head. That's much better. Strong shot of the back foot. The man in the deep just protects it for a single. It's getting a little colder here compared to somewhere around 6:30, 7 o'clock. To expect the weather to be even chiller later on in the second innings. It's clipped in the air. Who is going to take it? The fielder underneath and has taken it quite comfortably in the short mid wicket. Looking to pick away, flick the ball on the leg side, getting the leading edge, playing it early, closing the face of the bat, and an easy catch. So it's Sudesh Rane into the wickets column. Catch taken by Sudhir Sheth, and that's the end of the wicket there. 122 for 5. Emlon departs. Sagar Sheth coming at number 7. Compared to the last game, certainly I have promoted him. Sagar Salgaonkar, Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar. That's whacked on the leg side, should get a boundary. Yes, towards the fine leg region and goes for 4 runs. This is poor bowling. Can't bowl him over there to a new batter. You should put more pressure and too much of light. Easily put away. So Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar walks in. They also got Sagar Sheth in their camp. 15 overs gone, 126 for 5 Avengers. 'Pushing away for a couple of runs and well run, very well run here. Not trying to hit the ball too hard and just picking up to head along on the region. This is what is required. Just rotating the strike. Vedant is already moved on to 23 of 10, and Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar needs to understand. And I hope he certainly knows it as experience in playing in different situations to give strike. This was missed here. He just wanted to take a single towards the square leg region. They need to get somewhere around 40 runs at least in the next 27 balls. It's quite possible. It's quite possible to get 170 for the Avengers camp. They've got big hitters left. Om is into his third over. He's not an easy customer to be taken for plenty of runs. And that's what you got to be careful. If anyone can whack him for boundaries and sixes, is this man on strike with a Nike has got much better skills, has played much higher levels and much better opponents. And certainly he will be better off facing Om than the other batters around. Clipped away nicely, pushing for maybe a couple of runs. Has he timed it even better? Has he timed it even better? No, it's been stopped there at the wide long on mid wicket region. Well stopped by the fielder, almost coming towards the 15 meters left inside. That shows the timing of Vedant Naik. Just mere push, punching it nicely. The ball was racing towards the fence. And that's why I say skills does matter in the game. Belted down the ground, but finding the fielder in the deep. Maybe surprised by that full toss. Finishes with 16 is 133 for 5. Last 4 overs, and Avengers will be looking to get 170 plus. That's the first target in the mind. They are going pretty well at this stage, but Vedant Naik is betting on 27 of 13. Once he goes back, whether that acceleration, whether those big hits and those big overs will come their way or not, it's got to be seen here. Oh, that's very well swept here. As he put it in the gap, no, just going to be a single. Just did not get the timing there, Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar. But a good attempt, nevertheless. Good attempt for a shot on the leg side. Not trying to just budge down and not trying to give a dot ball here to Sudesh Rane. This is much better. Intent is shown. Shot there off the back foot. Oh, no chance. No chance there. What a shot. What a timing there. I thought the fielder will just cut it off, but he just kept on moving and racing towards the fence. That's Vedant Naik with his crisp timing. Very silky shot here from him. As smooth as you can get as far as that wonderful sound and good timing. Is always a good placer of the ball. Another 35 coming on the way of Vedant Naik is the man with consistency. And that is what is the difference. He has been consistent throughout in this competition in season 11 so far and is looking once again. And 40 for 5. Looks to heave the ball. Man in the deep should be taken and it's been dropped. That's coming straight in the hands. This Roshan Naik should have pounced onto it. He's been kept in that cow corner region for the same reason, just to take the catches at the fag end of the innings when the ball is going to flee away towards the fielder in the deep. As they've got wickets in hand, the Avengers, they are looking to just hit every ball out of the park. Look smart here. That was the last ball of over number 17. Pretty good run considered. A little expensive here, Sudesh Rane, in this spell, as the batters have played him very well, especially Vedant Naik. 142 for 5 after 17. One 43 for 5 with 17 balls to go, and Vedant Naik just one shot away from another 35. And knocked him over, knocked him over. The ball jacked back in, trying to play across, and just crashing onto the off stump. So, end of Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar, and looking to just heave the ball away on the leg side. Nothing short here from Dr. Sagar. And that's the end of wicket number 6. 143 for 6. Here comes Siddhant Amorkar, the man on strike now, as his CEO and the owner has gone back into the pavilion, taken by Sudhir Sheth. Much better delivery here from Sudhir. Hit back straight to the ball, a dot ball to begin. That is what they want to do here. Put more dot balls on the name of the batters, or maybe try and sneak in the wicket, because Vedant anyhow is one shot away. Siddhant just can't be kept quiet. He just looks to bludgeon the ball almost every time. He's got a lot of power. Will he be doing it this time onwards? No, he just cuts the ball and gets a single. Got time, so just give strike to Vedant Naik, because he's just one strike away. He has moved at a strike rate of 200. No problem whatsoever. Flawless innings from Vedant Naik till now. 144 for 6. Looking to just hit the ball. Yeah, he was looking for the biggie there. He missed it. The ball just nicked in between his pads there. He'll be looking for one more. He'll be taking one more chance to get that 150 on the board. So this shade also will be an opportunity if he bowls in the right areas. That's well bowled, and he'll be looking to pick up a single here. It's very well bowled, floating it outside by signal. This is the problem in many of the batters trying to get towards the 35. And 145 for the loss of 6 at the end of 18 overs. So well kept here, very well bowled from Sudhir Sheth, the skipper of Thunders. So it's going to be Vedant Naik will be on strike. Who is it? It's Sudesh Rane. Sudesh Rane to bowl the last over. So they rely on Sudesh Rane to bowl in the death overs. So you can call from 13, 15, 17 and 19, or maybe 12 to 18 overs. That is what he loves to bowl it. And this time it's been slogged, and that's gone. Yes, that sails over. That's an excellent finish here from Vedant Naik. He looked in no trouble whatsoever from any of the bowlers, and taking the charge in the middle and getting the maximum to finish the innings on a very high note. That's perfect timing right from the word go. There's some silky touch here from Vedant Naik. Looked good off the back foot, looked good off the front foot, and also against the spinners when he was looking to sweep the ball in the mid-wicket region. And a good all-round showcase here, and getting the runs that were required to accelerate. Fabulous innings from Vedant Naik as he heads back into the dressing room. He's got 150 up here for the Avengers with that 6, 151 for 7. What a biggie that was. What a biggie that is. That is absolutely smoked out of here. The full power and full might here from Gopal Gauns. And this is a monster hit. Absolute monster from Gopal Gauns. The ball comes back in, luckily. 157 for 7. Sudesh Rane has been taken for 42 runs and is still not finished. Gopal Gauns will be looking to get few more. This is wide. Now he's not trying to bowl in his arc, not trying to bowl close to his body. Yeah, tossing up 43 already considered by Sudesh Rane in 3.2 2 overs so far, 4 balls left. Gopal Gaus already come well set in. He gets him very close. Lucky to survive. Once again, slogging himself in that square leg region. Risk taken. Just missed by a whisker. 158. But Gopal Gaus is not going to back off from his striking abilities. He goes one more. This time also it is cleared. No, it is straight into the hands. Straight into the hands. I thought it's going over the fielder's head, but well taken by the man in the deep. Gopal Gaus departs. Second wicket here for Sudesh Rane. Just not getting the right timing. So 8 down at 158. So in comes Venkatesh Salelkar. 158. They need at least maybe another 10, 12 more just to get towards that 170 run mark, which they had aimed for. Straight over the top, half chance. Just gets a single. Just maybe getting the fingertip there to the ball. 159. They got few runs of this over with couple of sixes, one by Vedant and one by Gopal Gaus. Oh, he just missed it. He missed it there. That was such a dolly. Hit anywhere you want. Maybe trying to bludgeon the ball and clobber it out of the park and missing the timing altogether. Siddhant Amonkar. So 159 is what they end up in 19 overs. 1 over to go. It's pushed away on the offside for a single. So that's a good job because you have got big hitter. They are hoping to get maybe a boundary and 6, but not going to be easy against Omfate, who is bowling the last over here. He's going to bowl the armers. I told you he is fabulous bowler. He bowls in the right spot, trying to go across and exposing, crashing onto the off stump this armor, and that's the end of Siddhanta Monkar. That's why I say they have got a very good left armor. Just maybe a little bit of inside edge, but anyhow, it was going to hit the stumps. Not the best heave here from Siddhant Amodkar. That's the wicket number 9, and is the first wicket itself for Omfate. 160 for 9 in the 20th over. They've lost the plot in the last 2-3 overs. They were looking good for 170, but here they are on the verge of being bundled out before the 20 overs. They've lost 9 wickets. I think Dr. Sagar Sargaonkar made a little bit of hurry to play across. He was looking good, and at that point of time, Vedant anyhow batting on 34, so he was one shot away. So he should have maybe settled himself and waited for a little longer to go for the big launch, maybe. And that is why sometimes you tend to falter in your approach. So in comes Vipul Kamath at number 11. They get 3 men at the backward point region, 3 men deep on the leg side. Omfort will be looking to finish this year itself. That's Armour once again bowling in the quicker ones, not trying to toss the ball and trying to just looking for the turn. There is never looking for turn. He's just looking to bowl up straight deliveries, and maybe the skidders that come back in sharply. As well put away on the leg side. Man in the deep. Risky double, risky double. And they have finished it very well in the end. 2 runs taken from the bat of Vipul Kamath. 162. Just 2 balls away. Just 2 balls away. They'll be. It's a decent total. I feel it's a decent total. It's not outright big total. 170 could have just maybe got a little bit of cushion for the bowlers, but this is not a bad total either. Finally, you got to chases. That's the Thunders. Straight over the top, well played. The fielder charging towards the ball, not looking. Yeah, that's much better. A big call from Vipul Kamath for no there because the fielder was charging in, picked up very well and throwing it back to Omfarte. So here comes the last ball, 163. Venkatesh Salirkar, well, he can go after the ball and hoping to pick up maybe a boundary. Finally missed it. Might be looking for a single. Saish Mamre just looking for, and that is missed. Can you believe? Underarm throw. He was very close to the wickets there. He missed it by the shortest possible distance and gets the 2 runs in the end. Both the batters, and they remain on 9 wickets down. A slight comedy of errors here from the fielder there. Very, very close to the wickets. The batter was anyhow struggling. You can see the replay here. Yes, a simple take, and the batter was not even in the frame. Not even in the frame. And finally, I hope that it doesn't come down to this particular 1 run. 20 overs have been done here. Avengers 165 for 9. And this is a decent total. Having seen the bowling order of these Avengers, they have got pretty good bowling combination. Off spinners, the leggies, and the medium pacers. Siddhant as well as Brijesh is not there today. Maybe it's going to be super subbed. I don't know. But Thunders, they have got a very formidable batting lineup. So it's going to be a cracker of a contest when they come back in a short while in the second innings. Thunders are on top of the list, but Avengers have to win this and just get them back on the track on the winning terms and get into the top 3-4 list. So let's wait for the run chase. So let's get started with the run chase with Amlon. This was a surprising move here. It's nicely driven away, well stopped. There was a man in the deep covers, but still well stopped by the mid-off fielder, cutting it to just a single. It's a surprising move because this has not been seen in the past so far at MCL Season 11 from the Avengers captain Amod Borkar. Just maybe trying to get something different here. Siddhant Amonkar, maybe the next over. They don't have Brijesh Prabhu in this bowling attack. And Amlon has bowled most of the times in the power play overs for the Masters in the previous season, where he was in the champion squad, the defending champions, the Masters. So maybe there is a talk just after the finish of the entire innings that maybe Amlon is better off in the power play overs. He has bowled, he has got experience, and he was consistent picking up wickets for the Masters camp. So maybe a different role here for the Amlon. That's where he suits. That is what the captain. What a shot! That lovely whip off the bat, looking for a couple of runs. Sharp couple of runs taken here by both the batters. The two fielders kept in the deep for Om Ferte. It's a very good timer, crisp timer of the ball. Now maybe that deep mid wicket has been taken to wide long on the region. Let's see. Certainly, in the first two instances, I can see the ball coming on nicely onto the bat. You got to vary your pace and you got to vary your length. That's what you got to do on this wicket. Well bowled, bowling the right pace, and trying to bowl wicket to wicket. Working on the leg side for a single. Thunders. This is the first over. 166 the target for the viewers who have just joined. Decent total posted on the board here by the Avengers camp. They need a victory here because that will put them right under the mat if they don't win here, and that is going to be difficult in the last two games to win back-to-back games and then survive themselves in the qualifiers. Thunders just need one win to confirm themselves the place of the qualifiers. 5 wins comes with 4 wins, just almost gives you the qualification, but not sure about the first or second position. So there are many other teams in the contention. Well bowled, very well bowled here by Amlon, just tossing the ball. This was not a quicker one to Dr. Pawan Rane. Good start here from Amlon, right on the mark. And that is what he needs to do. Sometimes he just pushes the ball and just straight down the leg side. That is what he needs to stop giving in the first 2 overs. That was pushed in, and a single, taken towards the backward point region. So end of first over. Steady start here from the Thunders is 5 without loss. It's wide call. Amod Borkar, the skipper, to spin on a trot here, second over itself. Surprising, Siddhant Amonkar has been kept a little bit back here. Maybe they feel that spin can be a better option. Slightly slowing down the pace to both these batters. Straight over the top. There's a chance of taking a catch. Man in the deep. Well taken. Very well taken here at a long off region, and the ploy of bringing the spinners. Amod Borkar strikes. This is not the first time that he has struck in the first over, and he almost strikes wicket of the very first over. You can take all the replays of the season 11 and gets rid of Dr. Pawan Rane, who looked so strong and compact with his opening stand with Om Fate, but he departs. It's 6 for the loss of 1. Sahil Adwal Parker just put away nicely on the offside, gets himself off the mark with a single. Good throw from the deep. Amod Borkar, what a man he is. Well, we call many few of the bowlers golden arm. He just keeper just comes in and every time picks up the wicket of his first over. And I think you just got to bowl in the first over just for the reason that these two players, Dr. Pawan Rani, who has departed, and Om Fate, has given them the solid platform in almost every games. And that is where has set the tone for the Thunders to post a big total or to chase a big total. And that is what they wanted to break. He wanted to break this chain of the opening stand, and that is what he has brought smiles on the faces of all the Avengers camp. Wonderful think tank here from Mahmood Borkar. Well bowled once again, excellent bowling to Om Fate. You can see he doesn't turn the ball sharply. He doesn't do too much of deviation, but he's very smart in utilizing and bowling the variations as well as the length. Sometimes just floats it to around 75 k's per hour, and then next one maybe just pushing a little bit to somewhere around 80. Where is the length nicely and puts the fielder in the right areas. He reads all the batters. That's a sign of a very matured and skilled cricketer. In batting, he gets the consistent 35s. Then that's why Dr. Sagar Sargaonkar has a lot of trust and believe that Amod is the one that can is the right contender for the skipper, and he proves it most of the time. The last game, just can't believe that they lost. It was it was a defeat that can't be digested by any of the owner as well as the skipper. Excellent over from Mohammad Borkar as he starts, picks up the wicket of Dr. Pawan Rani. It's 8 for 1 after 2. Slipped away on the leg side, looking to push for a couple of runs. That's just maybe a bolt on the pads of the batter. Very strong over there. Not trying to hit it too hard, just whipping it away for 2 runs towards the backward square leg region. Very crucial wicket, I must say, of Dr. Pawan Rane, because that was a right and left hand combination that was going so well for the Thunders in all these games, getting the consistent 30-35s. Good bowling changes has really been brought up here by the captain. Very impressive. Surprising I was when Siddhant Amonkar was not being brought on, because he would have brought in pace there for the batters, and much easy under these conditions to just time the ball and get the boundaries. That would have got them the start, and that's why they maybe thought Emlyn has the experience of bowling in the power play overs when he has done it for the Masters, and Amod Borkar can bowl anywhere, anytime. The power plays, after the power plays, in the fag end, as smart as he is. That you can see, they are already into the third over, and the Thunders have not got the rollicking start. That is what they wanted to stop. And that is what is required. It's just that learning of the game, just reading and improvising your intellect in the middle. This must for any of the captains if you want to lift the crown of MPLC's Elite 11. Because all the records are in front of you. You must have seen all the matches where the strengths and where the weaknesses are, whether they are very good off the middle, medium pace, or whether they are not strong enough for the spinners. The Amlon is very good over there. This length is not the drivable or her hitting length, a back of length. He's got a fielders in the right positions. Excellent bowling so far from Amlon. Cut away, and that's boundary. Cut away very sharply. No chance for the fielders with the pace of Amlon. Cut that soft towards the backward point region, and a very good result in the end for Sailor Palkar and the Thunders. It marks the end of over with the boundary. 3 overs gone. It's 15 for 1. So Amod Borkar is still persisting, and he's bowling the second over, although he has got a wicket for himself and the team in his first over. But he believes that if he can get rid of Om Fatte here, just trying to maybe keep up pressure on him, not getting the boundaries, drying up those big shots that he eyes on the leg side or over the covers, very strong. He can certainly pick up his wicket. That is what he believes, and this they need to curtail them in the power play overs and the big star. That is why he is bowling the second over. You can see the shot coming. Expected is a charge here from Om Fatte. Couple of runs taken, not convincing. Not a convincing shot here from Om. That is why Amod Borkar is bowling his second over. He just want to stop the run flow in the power play overs and then get his maybe medium pacers and the spinners in from over number 7. Just giving them a little bit of cushion, because there will be protection in the deep for those bowlers. That's very well done. Punching the ball, but very well stopped here by Amod Borkar. I feel he's itching to get the boundaries. You can see he's playing on 9 of 10 balls so far, and he's still not got those boundaries and those big booming drives and the pickup shot on the leg side. Swept away, but straight to the man. This more straighter as a line. Still bowling very well here against Om Fatte. Does he have the patience to wait for his time? Nicely clipped on the leg side, pushing for a couple. No, decided against just going to get a single. Very good field placement, very good angles that Amut Borkar is using here from round the wicket to the left-hander. And now Sahil Hadwal Palkar. Good strategy from the Avengers. They have kept it very tight and disciplined in the first 4 overs so far against the Avengers batter. Three men at the backward of point region, two men to protect the boundaries at the extra cover and the long off. String down the leg side, looking for the sweep shot. I think it certainly was an opportunity. Once three fielders are inside the 30-yard circle on the leg side, you have the opportunity here to get a boundary, but you should have a strong sweep, and for that you need to have a strong hand and eye coordination and picking the right length. White call. Sahil Palkar has been consistent. He has got 20s, 30s, and he's very good runner between the wickets. That's why he has been sent at number 3. This is in the air. This is in the air. And it's been taken. I told you, you got to pick up the right length when you're going for the sweep shot. That was a fuller length and got the leading edge, not in the position. You need to bend your feet and you need to look at your ball all the time. Catch taken very well here by Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar, and they get the second big blow here. Sahil Parker departs. It's 19 for the loss of 2 after 4. Saish Mamre, the owner of the team Thunders, has arrived on the crease. Not at the best of the time for the Thunders. They have been put under the mat for the first time in this competition so far, right in the power play overs. Good strategy from the Avengers camp. Missing the timing altogether. Bowled him really well. Very, very well, good bowling here from all the bowlers. In fact, both the bowlers that have bowled together. Amlon has stuck to the task. Has been clipped off for just 13 runs in 2.1. That's very, very effective in the power play overs. Strong. You can see that back of length, pushing it. That is what he was been doing in the power play overs for the Masters. And he didn't get a ball in the power play overs for so long for the Avengers. Maybe they felt that it's the right time here to bring in the power play overs where he's very effective. Straight over the top, but protection at the long on region. You can see they have kept Om Patti very quiet for so long. 21 for 2. The entire power play overs in the first 5 has gone in favor of the Avengers so far. They've placed the right fielders in the perfect position. the hot spot where you get the boundaries and sixes. Now Saish Mamre just arrived on the crease to give company to his left-handed young batter. Om Fate was picked up already a player of the match in this MCL season 11, but not of the most fluent innings because the bowling has been impeccable. Love this approach from the Avengers. That actually was a surprise for the batters. They would hope for Siddhant Amonkar and maybe one spinner, but they got Emlyn straight away. That's nicely worked. That is very nicely worked using the pace of Emlyn towards the leg side and might just fetch a boundary. Well stopped, very well stopped. Should get comfortable three there from Dr. Sagar Sargaonkar going all the way from short fine square leg region towards the deep fine. That is what you wanted from the top batters. They kept hitting the ball too hard and straight to the fielders. This small nudges where there is open vacant space toward the fine leg or the square leg, finding the gaps was missed in the first 5 overs, and that is where Saish Mamre brings himself opening in the account with those 3 runs. Nice leg glance. Uh, Looking for that big lock shot on the leg side. They have been very, very disciplined and very tidy, not given him any room to free his arms. Excellent bowling here so far, and it continues from the Avengers camp. If you see the score, many will be thinking there is something wrong in the pitch. Score is not moving, but there is absolutely nothing. This is a well thought out strategy from the Avengers, which is being delivered here by the bowlers. Nicely worked on the leg side. Very strong on the legs of his hips as well. Saish Mamre. And that's finished off with over number 5. It's 26 for 2 Thunders. That's straight over the top and a solid shot. Gets a lot of wood onto it, and introduction of Siddhant Amodkar. I told you straight away the medium pacer introduced, and you can see that big shot, full extension of the arms, and gets the boundary. Saish Mamre, the moment he has arrived on the crease, is a little bit of more intensity in getting the runs there. 30 for the loss of 2. The man has been kept down now. at the long on. Push back. It's clipped away on the leg side. It needed a much quicker fielder in the short mid wicket. Gets a single, quick single. That's much better. Getting the boundary and then getting a single. We are really wondering here where to set the field for Siddhant Amodkar, who has been brought in the sixth over. And the batters are trying to just get few runs in this last over of the power play. Omfort is batting at a strike rate of somewhere around 80 runs, which we have not seen so far in the competition. 31 for 2 in 5.2. Both the teams are certainly in the game. One or two partnership for the Thunders will get them back on track. But Avengers need to come hard against the strong and formidable batting lineup of the Thunders, which bats almost at number 10. And for that, you just can't relax and be complacent a bit here in the middle. Just be consistent, just like Amlon and Amod Borkar has been so far. That's the job here for this medium pace bowler Siddhant Amodkar. They got one today. Brijesh Prabhu suddenly is not available today for this particular game. So the second medium pacer is out of the contention. They've just got one. They might be looking at the spinners. They've got Venkatesh Nevgi to roll his arm over. They've got Salilkar. They've got Gopal Gawas with those leg breaks. They've got pretty good options. That's a good shot. That's a strong shot here. Put away on the leg side. The pace provided by Siddhant Amodkar and backs a punch and gets the boundary on the leg. Open space is where. That's what you want to see in the power play overs. Trying to cut loose. They have already been handcuffed here by the bowling side. And that's why protection in the deep now immediately been put on towards the deep square leg region. Once the medium pacer has come on, it's been much easier to score. Already 10 runs have been scored against Siddhant Amodkar in his first over. That's much better. That's came back in. You can see the intention here from Sahish Mamre. He knows that this is the last over and just a ball left. Trying to just take the attack to Siddhant Amodkar. He's already got a boundary, or in fact, two boundaries of this over. One of the first ball at the long on region, one towards the backward square leg, and might be looking for a third one here. Trying to go hard, not middling the ball. Man capped in the deep, just going to be single. You can see the a little bit of shaking his hands as the ball not hit the sweetest part of the bat, and that's the end of the power play over. 6 overs gone, 37 for 2. That's it, straight back. What a magnificent catch. What a top class catch this one from Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi. He just comes into his spell. There's been whacked tremendous force and tremendous power behind it. Saish Mamre just can't believe that this catch has been taken. Wow, absolutely breathtaking catch. I was looking at that boundary back past the bowler, but there comes the hand of Dr. Vicky Nevgi. Well, he has taken the wicket of Saish Mamre, who is all dejected and in all agony and heading back to his dugout. Amazing piece of fielding here from Dr. Vicky Nevgi off his own bowling to take that spectacular one. Gets rid of Saish Mamre. 37 for 3. Well, don't judge yourself after looking at the replays because the ball comes low in the replays. It was struck too hard and too fast. That shows some spine still left in Dr. Vicky Nevgi. You can see he's all punching himself and all spirited look after taking that catch. He knows how important that wicket is. Cut away nicely, gets off the mark straight away. Roshan Naik. Change of batting order. Certainly, Roshan has been sent up the order before, but Saish Mamre coming ahead of Roshan Naik, trying to take the charge and trying to just up the ante, move a bit. But Avengers have bowled excellently so far. The right mixture that is required, rotation of the bowlers around, Amlon coming into the bowling attack to begin the proceedings. Then it was Amod Borkar, 1 over for Siddhant Amodkar, and now bringing in the Legi, who has been so far has been up to his best. He's been superb in his entire season 11. Got so many wickets, Dr. Vicky Nevgi, in his outings in this season of MCL. Well controlled sweep, but straight to the man in the short fine. Once Om Fate has not been allowed to free his arms and not got those easy boundaries, it has put pressure on the other batters as well. And that is what cricket is. It's not an individual game. Someone who is giving company understanding that is once again hit hard on the same hand, same fingers. This must be really paining. And this is the hand, this is the fingers that is delivering the with his bowling, with his leg spinners. His bowling with his is not easy for someone at his age, but he's still giving it all out. What a committed cricketer is Dr. Vicky Nevgi. That's what you want to see at MCL. Saying that age is just a number. My commitment and my dedication to the game is still alive and kicking. That's what you want to see. That's why this MCL gives a little bit of more spark because members want every bit of himself to be given because there is a lot of pride at stake when you win the crown of MCL season 11. And that pride comes with a lot of history behind. The iconic club MCC has brought off a lot of laurels for the cricket in South Goa. I can call it certainly the home of cricket in South Goa, and that's the reason why you see a lot of pride at stake for many of the performers in almost all the teams. They throw themselves out, they bowl their heart out, they bat out of the skins to win the match for their teams. Run out at the non striker's end, but no one backing out. A poor throw. Couple of runs taken. So a very good over here from Dr. Vicky Nevgi. So much was there in this over. Gets the lead of the opponent. Saish Mamre is 42 for 3 after 7. It's taken for a single down the ground. That's in the air, but that's going to be a difficult take. Falling in no man's land. Gopal was introduced, and you can see what is happening. Now they understand they are reeling back as far as the run rate is concerned, and someone feels that need to take the charge in the middle. Very slow today on Ferte, not because there is any fault on the surface, but they have bowled excellently and diligently against home Ferte, bringing in the spinners straight away, not providing him any sort of room and width, bowled wicket to wicket and slow down the pace. So far, so good here from the Avengers. Whack down the ground, just going to get a single. Comfortable will also be trying to just improve upon his overall strike rate, which is going at the moment where somewhere around 75 to 80, and he needs to just improve on that quickly as well. Just cut away nicely on towards the man in the deep, just gets a single. Very disciplined bowlings from the Avengers, not conceding too many extras. Nothing as far as the width is concerned. If at all the batters have to score, they have to take the risk and play those big shots. And that is what you want to see from your side. Come out with a plan and execute the plan to perfection. So far, they have done to their utmost abilities. So again, they are hitting the ball hard, but they are finding the man in the deep. Just another single in that wide long on region. They will be looking to target some bowler at some point of time. Both the leg spinners bowling in tandem at this stage. Next, after the end of 6 overs power play, the next 4 overs from the far end, where both the leg spinners are bowling at this moment, punched away in the covers, a single there. They are pretty confident so far, the bowlers, and they are just giving the singles and stopping the boundaries. That is more important. 8 overs have been bowled, 48 for 3 Thunders in pursuit of 166, the target set by Avengers. That's been driven nicely in the covers and gets a single. So move on to 49 in over number 9. So Dr. Vikinevgi continues. Excellent over from him. Picked up the wicket and Yeah, that's one more hipped away, and he timed it so well. That just flown over the mid wicket. Nothing wrong with the ball. Accepted the invitation because he was going so slow and taking the charge in the middle and guessed the 6 runs badly required. That's a fantastic shot here from Omfort. He was being kept quiet for a long time and he felt that he needed to just break free and breaking free with that shot on the leg side. Another one. This is a chance. There's a man in the deep. That should have been taken. Maybe I should have taken the start. Difficult chance, I must say. So the single taken. There's the shot. A couple of shots have certainly showed that Om Fate is just trying to cut loose here. Too slow to begin the proceedings over the first 20 balls, and now feels that I just need to up the ante here to take the charge in the middle and just get few runs. Otherwise, the asking run rate is going to just pile and creep up on the next batters. Well bowled, excellent bowling. Dot ball. Good fielding, I must say, for the right-handers. Three men in the deep and no one in the short fine. In fact, one man at straight at the mid-off position. Short covers, backward point, and short third man. Good field placement. The ball goes straight back to Dr. Salgaonkar, who stops the ball and sends it back to the keeper. A single taken. Not a bad over. Any of the bowlers in T20s can be hit for sixes on the boundaries by any batter. But you should be consistent in your approach. You can't bowl the short or easy full toss balls. He has not bowled so far on offer from Dr. Vicky Nevgi. So nothing wrong when runs are being scored by the batters. Excellent bowling there. Bowl the quick one. Pushed in a little bit, punched down the ground, gets a single, marks the end of over number 9. It's 58 for 3 Thunders. It's put away on the offside. So we are coming close to the halfway mark of this run chase. So far, exceptional bowling performance from the Avengers. The wicket is really good for batting. There is nothing much, but the bowling has been really on a tidy note, on disciplined note. They have bowled the dot balls that is required, kept them at bay. The boundaries and the sixes kept at bay in the first 6 overs, and that's where now the batters have to take the charge and try to accelerate when the fielders are in the deep. And you must give credit to all the bowlers who have bowled in the power play overs just to restrict them to 36. And that is why Saish Mamre came in and was looking to hit the ball hard, but was taken by Vicky Nevgi of his own bowling, caught and bowled. Well tossed up, driven firmly. Now they will be certainly searching to get somewhere around 10 runs per over. The last 10 overs, they have to get somewhere around 100 runs. You have to get 10 runs per over. And for Omfort, is betting on 25 of 26. Not the most fluent innings from him so far. He's been handcuffed by very disciplined bowling. Just love the way they come out with a plan and approach. I think the batters were surprised. You can see now he's trying to accelerate and trying to get as many quick runs as possible. Just try to get this asking run rate going down a bit. 61 for 3 in 9.3. That's nicely done down the ground. Well fielded, looking for a couple. No, just a single. Roshan is also looking to play shots, but they have kept the boundaries away, and that is what has just irked a little bit of inconsistency in the thinking of the batters. Little bit of discomfort that has crept in the batters, maybe trying to hit the ball too hard and try to get some quick runs. Looking up for a boundary in the deep. That is what they need to do. They need to stop those boundaries, and they have been doing very well so far. The good bowling from the Avengers continue in the halfway mark. 63 for 3, chasing 166. So certainly they have kept somewhere around 100 runs in the last 10 overs by bowling decently. I don't see too much of div here because I don't see the bowlers wiping off on the towel. Well bowled, excellent bowling, quick one. Came back in with the arm and a dot ball to finish that 10th over. Gopal Gauss is also into a very good spell. 11 runs so far from the 2 overs. 63 for 3 after 10 overs. The Thunders are going. 103 runs required in the last 10 overs for the Thunders to win one more game. That's well played and gets a couple of runs. They might be looking for a third one. Roshan, no, just two. I feel here they are going to just finish off with Dr. Venkatesh Neogi's spell, Gopal Gauss as well, and Amod Borkar might chip in later on as he's very smart with his pace variation, and also Amlan, who doesn't give too much of air. Om Fateh has played on is playing on 29. Well bowled, just away from him, just out of his stretched left hand, or maybe fingertip the ball, but getting a single. He's been bowling well against Om Fateh. Just clipped him for a six down there on the mid wicket region, but after that, it's understood that Om is trying to just whack the ball too hard and get the six. So trying to push it a little bit with his off and as well as the googly that he has. Roshan is almost playing at run a ball at almost close to 100 run strike rate. Just to get a move on a bit here, this partnership. Otherwise, they are playing into the hands of Avengers. Some point of time, you got to take charge in the middle. Just cannot be happy with this chain that is working. Avengers will be happy with the flow of the game at the moment, which is definitely playing in the hands of their bowlers. So somewhere down the line, I feel the batters have to just get the boundaries and get somewhere around 8 to 9 runs, maybe over the next 2 3 overs. That's good bowling there. Angling the ball away, looking to push for a couple of runs in the deep. Well fielded, but they can't stop the two. Not just flighting the ball, he's just trying to push the ball through with little pace so that he cannot get the big back lift to hit on the leg side. Very sensible bowling here from Dr. Vicky Nevgi. He's into his third over, picked up an important wicket. Once again, this time played fine. Pace provided, might be getting at least a couple of runs, if not the boundary. The ball is racing towards the fence, and that runs for 4 runs. This was pushed in, quick delivery, and just glances it towards the final leg region, and he gets it towards the 36. Well, he was not happy after getting the boundary. Maybe he wanted to hit a big one and finish this off. But he gets towards the 36. He was very slow up because the bowlers have bowled excellently against him. But he still kept his composed nature. He was still patient to just get the things going and get a partnership there. Stay on the wicket was the focus from Om Fati today, and he stayed there and just finishes on a pretty high note, getting to more than 100 on strike rate. 36 from 32, very slow compared to the usual Om Fati that we know. 73 for 4 Thunders at Om Fati is back retired out. So Wayne Mamre comes on the crease, replacing Om Fati, left-hander replacing a left-hander. That's why you need to have few left-handers in your rank. Well bowled, excellent bowling. They are flighting the ball to the new batter. 11 overs have been bowled, 73 for 4 Thunders in pursuit of 166. So here is the batting lineup left for the Thunders. Sudesh Rane, Paul Fernandes, Dr. Rohan Badwe. Yes, I think just might come up the order. Dr. Rohan Badwe, seen him before. Sudhir Sheth, also the one who can accelerate a bit, will be coming up the order. There's a lineup here for the Thunders. They've got a strong Ved Mamre coming here at number 6 position. That gives them the strength. And so far, we see only the 6 bowlers have been used, and no, only the 5 bowlers have been used. And here is the sixth bowling option, Venkatesh Salirkar, being introduced in over number 12. Straight over the top, and there's no chance here. This went like a tracer bullet, one bounce, and quickly, very good timing, and gives it a full thump. That's what you got to do of the new bowler that has been introduced into the bowling attack. The asking run rate is piling up, and you need to just push him back. The very first ball is a good start against the new bowling option. That's once again got a leading edge, and that runs again to the third man region for 4 runs. Yes, back to back boundaries here. That is what you want to start against the new bowler. One downtown, one exactly behind. Pretty got pretty much less options in bowling department. They got sixth one so far in over number 12, and that has he has been clipped for a couple of boundaries in the first 2 ball itself. Just getting a single there. Need to just see what his other bowlers have done. Not try to bowl in the arc, just trying to bowl back of length, and the rest will be done by the pressure that is mounting on the batters. So far, this has been good start. 9 of the 3 balls. Asking run rate is somewhere around 9.8. With Wayne Mamre, if he can strike and play those for 35, I think he'll get 35 in pretty good time of maybe somewhere around 15 to 20 balls. That is just going to decrease this net run rate. So his innings is going to be very crucial. That's poor bowling there. Poor bowling. That's lucky Vedant getting his pads in between the ball there. Otherwise, this could have been another boundary that is a wide call. Got to be very careful here. Whatever the hard work done by all the bowlers earlier can't be just washed away. Just need to understand what is the job. They've got the fielders in the deep. They've got a good placement by the captain, but he's been inconsistent with his line and length so far. The first over itself, maybe fitting the little bit of pressure in the situation like this one. Expect that the batter is going to just hit the ball every park, everywhere for boundaries and sixes. Hit straight back once again. Strong shot. They've got a good fielder and he misses it. Oh, that's fielded. Very good recovery in the end by Gopal Gaus. Just to stop that boundary. Very good view here from the commentary box that the second attempt when he saved was looking at the ball, but couple of runs taken. So Roshan Naik is trying to just pack a punch here, and he's expressing himself freely against Venkatesh Salirkar. You can see the timing is coming back much better, hitting it very crisply. Wonderful sound of the willow single to finish over number 12. It's 87 for 4. Whacks the ball off the back foot. Ball races on and goes for 4 runs. Poor fielding effort here. Amod Borkar realizing that the game is slightly slipping away as both the batters are hitting the ball crisply and timing the ball way too easily for the boundaries. Just come on, but that's been played very nicely. Exquisite shot of the back foot, carving the ball onto the offside to get the boundary. So Roshan Naik showing signs of getting better and better with his timing. Is moved on to 27 of 18 balls as the team Thunders is getting close towards that century run mark for the team. Lot of games still left in this game. Lot. Small, small things that matter. And that's poor bowling from Amod. Don't expect him to be bowling down the leg side, conceding a boundary. This might be 5 wides. Yes, it does. That is a slightly subdued start in his third over here from Mohammad Borkar. Well, he got to be really, really on the mark as we expect Mohammad Borkar. But this is giving easy runs, and Thunders will be liking this. Thunders will be delighted with this start. They already got 9 runs of just the first ball. 96 for 4, getting back in this game after Roshan's innings. This one is striking it well. You can see the timing. The ball is racing towards the fielder. Well fielded, putting the body behind, but the ball is just coming so hard towards the fielders in the deep. And they have to put the body behind, not the hands. Just not work here because it's being raced towards with a tremendous force. It's moved on to 29 of 19. Roshan Naik, 98. And I think there is a sign here that the ball just might get a little bit of wet here going into the outfield. As the dew factor might just have crept in. Not so much pronounced earlier on in the first 10 overs. There's so much of strong cold wind here. Just hitting hard here in the commentary box as well. Certainly it will be coming on the ground as well. Strong breeze. It's actually soothing for the players. They already heated up. So slight breeze just will be not bad here. With Mamre. Well, he can recover from a slow start. He's a strong boy and he can hit the ball quite big. He needs to push things a bit like this as Roshan is just pushing it hard. Single downtown to get the century here. 100 run for the Thunders for the loss of 4 wickets in the over number 13. They are doing a good job here. Nothing wrong done by the bowlers. It's just that once the batters have got their eyes set in, they try to accelerate like Om Fateh and now Roshan, who's looking get better with his timing and moving freely. Another crisp timing here. You can see the fielding has been good. Another one where the fielder has put the body behind. It's very difficult here and the diva under the lights and the ball is skidding quickly and the timing of Roshan Naik it's been exquisite to say the least. 13 gone, 102 for the loss of 4. And it's 64 runs required of 42 balls. Quite gettable here with the asking run rate has come down from 10 to 9. What a fantastic cover drive there. Very smooth and very, very clean. That's a good start against Akil Nadkani as well. They know that they are falling short of the bowling options here. Just a 1 over for Salilkar there, and he is taken out of the attack. And they are super subbed here, Akil Nadkani, and he has also been welcomed with the boundary. This time straight to the fielder. That's been missed and goes down deep and looking for a couple of runs to push. One for the throw, and Ved is very quick and he's young as well. The 2 runs easily taken. Things are just going out of the hands from the Avengers camp. Two wonderful innings, one from Ophat, and I think more better was Roshan Naik today. I think fluent timing and looked in no trouble whatsoever. Just got with singles and doubles going in the first 10 balls. He was going at runner ball, and once he got a very good feel of this wicket and the bowlers, the timing came back. The ball was hitting hard on the bat and was coming hard into the fielders. Just pushed in for a single. They're pacing themselves off very nicely for this run chase. Started off very slowly, but recovered very well because of that partnership from Roshan and Om Fate, and that innings from Om as well as Roshan on the crease at the moment. So you see, you are always in with a chance with one good partnership and two good contributions from any of the batters. And they're chasing 165, 170. Clipped away on the leg side. Sakil Narkani has been welcomed with a boundary, but after that he's just considered single so far. Single and couple in between. 33 Roshan Naik. Maybe uh, the dew factor that has creeped in has made it a little bit difficult to hold a grip. Has clipped away. There should be a boundary. There's a man very much fine has been kept for Akhil Nadkarni instead of straight towards the square leg. He's telling, Vedan Naik is directing that the fielders are on the offside. Ask them to hit on the off rather than on the leg side where not too many fielders there. Akhil Nadkarni has been considering 10 runs, and that is what they want. That is the asking run rate, somewhere around 9 and 10, and they are getting it very easily. They are looking to push for a couple of runs and decided against his Roshan Naik. That was the last ball of over number 14. 11 taken off Akhil Nadkarni's first over. 14 overs gone, 113 for 4. Oh, lovely shot. Superb timing. and goes into the advertisement hoarding, crashing into the covers region. So the timing is getting better and the score is flowing easily. Now, even with Mamre has decided I'm just going to get few quick runs here. Is raced on to 16 of 10 as Roshan Naik is just batting on 33 of 22. And you can see Ved Mamre how well he is accelerating here, understanding that my partner is going to just go in some point of time. And if we go together, it's just going to put additional burden on the batters coming in next. And I think here the plan of Avengers is going to just see off Roshan Naik and try and get the new batter here and try and creep up pressure by bowling few dot balls. That's what seems to be the plan for Amod Borkar and the Avengers. 117 for 4. The ball is coming easily onto the bat now. There's hardly any movement, hardly anything happening on the surface. They're just timing the ball so purely and looked in no trouble after over number 10. It's been easy going here for the batters. They are getting the boundaries, they are getting the runs way too easily. And I don't think so. The bowlers either have bowled badly. It shows the surface, which is absolutely a belter here for the batting when it comes to the second innings. That's whacked away, and that's 6 runs. That's 6 runs. That's smacked over the top and smacked for 6. Too short here, and there's a classy finish here from Roshan Naik. I think it's the best performance from the Thunder's batting order so far. Look at the heave there. He gauged the length, tracked it early, and gave it a full go. No half measures, and that's the end of the innings from Roshan Naik. The Thunders are coming strongly to chase this 166. That's good bowling. That's good bowling against Dr. Rohan Badwe. That is what they need to do. Things are going out of the hands. Nothing wrong done by the bowlers. Just 42 runs required of 31 balls. And they just need to capitalize on the pressure to mount on the batters by bowling few dot balls. Well bowled. Excellent bowling here from Amlon. 3 dot balls in a row. And that's a very good comeback from Amlon, bowling 3 dot balls, 15 overs gone. It's 124 for 5, the Thunders, and just 42 runs required of the last 30 balls. Very much gettable, but this game looks like heading down the wire here. So Amod Borkar has come in to bowl his fourth over, the last over of his spell, and we certainly, if we can bring in a wicket here, it will be great for the Avengers team. He's done a lot of good service so far for the Avengers. This time sliced, in fact, ball racing towards the third man region. No chance, pace provided, hitting the bottom of the bat, and it's a streaky boundary. Yeah, you can see that bottom part of the bat. A lot of width given on this occasion by Amod Borkar, because you can see the towel has been used to wipe off the surface on the top. Craft of the back foot straight to the man, just gets a single. That's good enough for them. If they get a boundary and then singles, I think it's good enough for the team of Thunders. I think that sixth bowling option is definitely hurting the cause. If you can see, lot of runs leaked by that sixth bowling option. First by Venkatesh Salilkar and then by Akhil Nadkarni. Both were pretty expensive, and that's where Amod feels that I have to keep that one over a little longer. Maybe the last over he can bowl that, and hoping to take the game little deep here, because this actually the second phase has gone in favor of the Thunders. That's up and over, and that goes over the covers for a boundary. Oh, excellent try here, excellent try from the fielder in the deep, but now he's cutting loose and full extension of the arms here, inside out shot, and that's a pretty fine shot here from Ved Mamre, and that is what you expect. Ved has got his eye in, and now you see he's accelerating with his timing getting a lot better. Nothing done wrong here by Amod except giving a little bit of room, but it's been very much easy here to bet. Straight to the fielder in the short covers, well fielded. Still, this match is not well won. We have seen amazing and turnarounds in this tournament so far. The famous one was the Tigers and the Avengers. When the Avengers were on the returning end, slipped down on the leg side, but just going to get a single. They were shell shocked by the defeat from the Tigers when they were cruising towards the victory. Leg by here, signal end of 16 overs, 135 for 5. This time cut away towards the backward point. .137 for 5 in 16.2. This time nicely walked on the offside. And that's a good change here, Siddhant Amonkar, because the spinners were too predictable with their line and length and difficult to just grip the ball. And now you see a little bit of change, not a bad change here from Mahmoud Borkar to bring in the medium pace from Siddhant Amonkar, bowling just into his second over, and he might be bowling him one more. So he looks like bowling over number 17 on over number 19, Siddhant Amonkar. Definitely not the 4 over spell from him. Ron Badway. A lovely shot off the back foot, and is standing just tall there and backing himself to hit the ball crisply on the offside. It's so easy now to play their shots compared to the first innings. Still, it's 165 is a pretty good total, and they got the best start in the power plays. The Avengers team, they have done nothing wrong, but this is so true, and this is absolute cracking wicket for the batters, especially in the second innings when the dew falling, an easy boundary, just clipping off his waist and thighs and getting him a boundary. So just as easy, very much the pace provided close towards his body line, and he knows that both these fielders are in towards inside the circle and gets important boundary. Anything that goes towards the boundary at this stage, when we are running with a very close match at around 8 to 8.5 runs were required. I think it's going to be a great finish. 28 of 18. Ved Mamre is understanding the need of him. He knows that Dr. Rohan Badwe, if he gives him a company here, the match will be well over within time. There's hardly anything wrong done by the bowlers, Avengers, but they have been really batted out so far. That's in the air, and that's been dropped. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Everything done right here. All the ingredients, all the recipe here to make this game even more interesting. And heading down towards the last over, a catch drop straight in the hands. And last, it is the Amod Borkar, captain of the Avengers, dropping this catch. He purposely kept him in that cow corner region just to take this one. Can you believe? Is one of the safest around in this Avengers camp. Nothing wrong done by the captain so far apart from that catch. And just 19 runs needed of 18 balls. With Wayne Mamre already heading towards his 35. 32 of just 19 balls. And they bring in Akhil Narkani to bowl 18th over. Well, he has not too many options left now. Not too many options left. The ball is coming nicely onto the bat. It's not time. The ball is going to land inside, and just turn around sharply with Mamre with his young and long legs. Gets the two kite comfortably in 149. What a lovely run chase here from the Thunders camp so far. They have not successfully completed it, mind you. We have seen some strange things happening at MCL with couple of wickets. This match might be turning interesting. Another couple of runs taken by Ved Mamre here. This is going out of the hands for Avengers now. Well, they are missing the timing, but they are easily getting those 2 runs. Here is the bowling scorecard. This is the last over for Akhil Nadkarni, and 4 overs already bowled. So 1 over left from Siddhant and 1 over from Gopal. 1 over from Gopal, 1 over from Siddhant, looking to put pressure. There is no two in it. That's good batting here from Dr. Rohan Badwe, because someone like Ved Mamre, who's batting on 32, is just one shot away from his 35. And Rohan Badwe is getting more runs now when Ved Mamre is at the non-striker since already got 5 runs. And it's just few runs required now. Just 14 runs needed of 15 balls. The equation first time has come down below 6 runs per over. Very well calculated run chase. From over number 10, they required 103 runs. And I think that's excellent batting here. They are getting the single quite easily. They might get second run. Akhil Nadkarni is just wrong-footed over there to stop the ball. Just nothing happening. You can see the calculation from Ved Mamre. He's just looking to get singles and try to get towards 34 and then whack the ball for 6 runs and finish the innings. That seems to be the plan, because anyhow, Dr. Rohan Badwe is not bogging down. He's playing his shots and he's getting those twos easily. And he will certainly looking to get the boundary here. He's getting the timing right. Absolutely no problem with on this surface. This is a big appeal and just straying down the leg side. Maybe just stepped out a little bit here, taking the charge. Drifting down. $154 for 5. Just 11 runs. In fact, 12 runs needed here in the 13 balls. Ved Mamre is batting on 33 of just 20. I feel just going to take a single and he will take the strike of the next ball. That is what I felt. And that's what happened. 18 overs gone. They are cruising at the moment. The Thunders is 155 for 5. Just 11 runs needed of the 12 balls. Whacked. Should get a boundary. Yeah, that's quite away from the fielder there. And he finishes off the innings in a blazing fashion. That's Ved Mamre for you. Started off a little slowly, but then cut loose and freeing his arms and getting the easy boundary. He's not going to be bothered about by that short ball from Siddhant Amonkar. 159 for 5 and just 8 runs away from a very, very comfortable and very well calculated and well planned run chase here from the Thunders camp. In fact, 7 runs required. 7 away from 11 balls. 6 down, and let's see who is the batter coming in. So young Ved Mamre really well approached this game. Very well, I think, calculated and very well accelerated innings here. Played his shot in the second half, and he knew exactly what was the calculation that was required. Played alongside a few partners. He was slightly slow when Roshan was going with his shots, and then once Roshan went, he just taking the responsibility to score on his head. There's fabulous innings from Ved Mamre. So he heads back and just 7 runs away from the victory here. And you can see the fielders closing in. There is no other option left for Amod Borkar. Over the top. Should be a boundary. As he timed it that well, the ball is racing certainly. Well stopped. Well stopped. I think yeah, just maybe a couple of runs. That's good intent here. He understands that the fielders are in and trying to just go the aerial way, not trying to pick up the single or going into the shell. That's good from Paul Fernandez. 161. Just 5 runs away from the victory Thunders. Has it been taken? Yeah, trying to flash across the line. Got a leading edge. Well taken by Vedant Naik in the second attempt. And Siddhant Amonkar strikes. They are 7 down at 161 with 5 runs away. So dot ball here for the captain's keeper, Sudhir Sheth. Just give the finishing touches to the job well done by the middle order batters and the top order. That's too short, too wide. Gets a single on the offside. Just one shot away here from the victory. It's going to be Dr. Rohan Badwe on strike. Certainly one of the strongest outfit in this season of MCL, the Thunders, with the way their combinations are working in bowling and batting department. And they have got different players to suit different needs. You can see someone like Ved Mamre coming in and lower order and try to accelerate if they need acceleration in the first innings or if they need acceleration in the second innings. So 19 gone, 162 for 7, just 4 runs required in the last 6 balls. So last 6 balls, and we have got 4 runs to score here for the Thunders. But is that a twist in the tail? Well, cricket has given us a lot of uncertainties in the past. Well, I always say don't count your chickens before they are hatched in the game of cricket, just like happened against the Avengers and the Tigers camp. And it might happen, so never know. This MCL season is so close, and uh, uh, so much of climax awaiting in the last over. And was it close enough? Was this close enough? Gopal Gaus pushing the ball back in. You never know, I said. That was a dot ball against Sudhir Sheth. All the three stumps were quite visible. They were drifting down the leg side, and now once again he is looking to take the middle stump guard. Maybe uh, just 4 runs from 5 balls. You always bank in the batters to get this 4 or 5. And he gets him. Oh my gosh, there is plenty of cricket left in this game. What a bad shot here from the captain. That's 8 down. And that's very good thinking. Pushing it in with a quicker ball here. Gopal Gauns. You can see there, nothing short. Absolutely nothing short. No position whatsoever. Losing the balance, losing composure, and making this match a little more interesting. Sudhir Sheth, the captain, he won't be happy when he sees back this entire replay. So 4 of 4 now. What a story it has been for MCL Season 11. We have seen some cracking matches so far, and it's getting better and better every game. You never know what is coming in next year. Sometimes the teams are cruising so well, so easily, and suddenly they lose their wickets and give it away in the opposition camp. Now, what are they doing? Are they still putting in more fielders, or they are asking for the batters here to launch for the big one over the top? One in the mid wicket region, now one taken towards the fine leg region. If the ball is straight down on the leg side, not a bad call. 6 fielders inside and just 3 fielders outside. One as a protection in the deep extra cover region, one in the mid wicket region, and one on the on base onto the halfway mark. Is not deep either. Maybe trying to just stop couple of runs being taken. And in comes the experienced Sudesh Rane. He must have faced such situations, not so coming so lower down the order. But here comes the next ball from Gopal Gauns. 4 of 4 required. Oh, was that a chance? The wide down the leg side. Was it a stumping chance? Poor bowling from Gopal Gauns. He's trying to maybe trap the batter in front of the wicket here. Got to be careful. Not trying to stray down. But a good, resilient performance in the last 2-3 overs here so far shown from the Avengers camp. They need wickets here. They need 2 wickets to win this game. This hits well for a single. Well for a single there. There was a mid on. Well punched, well timed. That was slightly pitched up. Driven well by Sudesh Rane. Gets in front of the mark. Now 2 runs away and it's going to be Rohan Badwe. The field remains still the same because he's just 1 shot away. He's just 1 shot away this game. Rohan Badwe has been so good so far with 100-run strike rate, and he's up against Gopal Gauns with 2 needed of the last 3. I fancy Thunders winning this one. Well, he's pushed back straight to Gopal Gauns. That was a googly, pushed in quickly. No other chance than to push it back to the bowler. 2 in 2. Are we seeing the first tie here? All 3 results possible at this point of time. A win for the Avengers is quite possible up till this point of time. A win for the Thunders is more probability. And a tie as well. That's straight over the top. And the more probability was for the Thunders winning. He steps down and taking the charge and hitting it over the top at the long on region. A thumping shot to get in the end the victory here for the Thunders. Not without a little bit of sigh of relief for all the spectators and the supporters. But certainly a very interesting match we witnessed here. Avengers losing 3 in a row here. And they will have a lot of tasks cut out here to qualify themselves for the qualifiers. But the Thunders are certainly on top of the game. Looking like a formidable side here to beat. They've got everything sorted out as far as the bowling is concerned and the batting as well. The batting order right from the opening batters to the batters at number 7, 8, and 9. And looks to be a very good side here. And certainly one of the favorites here to enter into the qualifiers. They won 4th game out of the 5. Thunders keeping themselves very much in the game. The first 10 overs belong to the Avengers camp, but the last 10 overs entirely belong to the Thunders, where they accelerated at a very good pace. So I'll see you off in the presentation ceremony. Hello, hello. Requesting both the captains to kindly have a word with us. Requesting both the captains to be ready, please. Requesting Amod Bolkar to kindly step up as well as it. So welcome everyone for the post-match presentation ceremony here for the just now match concluded between the Avengers and the Thunders. What a wonderful game of cricket that went right into the last over, and finally the Thunders claiming the victory here, but not without a resilient fighting performance from the Avengers. But now may I call on the chief guest for today's function, a well-renowned name in here in Margao and Salsit region. Bhai Naik is going to be the chief guest for the presentation ceremony, and I request Vinay Samari to kindly escort Bhai Naik here in the presentation arena. So let us welcome Bhai Naik, the very famous Bhai Naik, here in the presentation arena with a big round of applause. The well-known face. Welcome Bhai for this Player of the Match Award presentation ceremony. And now request Amod Burkar to kindly come up here to have a word with us. Amod Burkar, the captain of the Avengers. I think that they really fought well and a resilient performance from them. But in the end, Amod, overall, if I see, there was nothing wrong done by your bowlers. You did very good as far as your planning is concerned, getting Emlon on the bowling attack, and yourself, you did fantastic in the first 10 overs as per the plan. But then the last 10 overs belong to the Thunders.
Yeah, we did well in the first 10 overs. We were ahead, but then little bit of patchy, poor bowling, and also I think Ved and Roshan played very well. I think credit to them.
I felt that you are making the right changes in bowling in from 11 to 20 as well. But the ball was coming nicely onto the bat from the 11 over number 11 to over number 20, much better than the first to 10th over. Was that change felt from you as a captain?
No, I always knew that 160 was just about par. I think we were 10 runs short for sure while we were batting. I think we slowed down a bit. The pitch is good. Yeah, it was coming better, but I mean, it was expected.
So maybe you're telling that 175, 180 should have been posted. You tried very hard in bowling department, just didn't work over here.
Yeah, so we were aiming at 175. I mean, we lost. I mean, we just slowed down a bit in between. But still 160 I think is a fighting total for any bowling side. I think we also believe that we have the bowling to defend that, but it was not our day today.
Yes, hard luck for Amod Borkar. And Amod Borkar will be presented here with the blue cap for picking the highest wicket so far in this competition. And he's raging on. Is the Captain Marvel leading from the front as far as bowling, but he's not getting the support so far. So now may I request Sudhir Sheth, the captain of Thunders, to have a chat with us. Doctor, once again, smiling face, and it's good to get a victory like this. It was not an easy run chase. The first 10 overs very much belonged to the opponent. They kept you very tidy and very tight, handcuffed your batters in scoring runs, but finally you excelled in the over number 11 to 20.
Yeah, it's a really memorable performance. I think they really kept us under check in the first 10 overs. But then we knew around 10 and over was achievable with our batting lineup. We knew we had the batters to do it, especially Om, Roshan, Ved, and little cameos from Saish, Rohan, I must mention. We played to our character. We wanted to play something like this, that even when we are pushed against the wall, we can bounce back. I'm really happy for my team. I must mention, this match was really worrisome because after every match we are losing one player. But last match, Nikhil got injured and he's out of the tournament. So it was a real worry. Now we have a very few players who can for the rest of the tournament. I must mention our coach, Tosif, has been putting in a lot of effort for us. And Hemant Bhai, although he's not actively participating, but he's there with us and he's really the think tank behind us. Thank you.
Yeah, and also you have a luxury as a captain having so many all-rounders in your side who can chip in with wickets as well as chip in with handy runs, and they are giving at least a handy contribution for the team's wins.
Yeah, so that's a problem of plenty sometimes. But whenever somebody is asked, we discuss the match a day before. We tell what is the role for each player, and whatever we've discussed, every time it gets really very well executed. So I'm really happy.
And one last personal question: you made it really more interesting. Not the best of the shot that played by you, Doctor, but finally you ended up victorious.
I know. One of the shots I want to just forget and move on. Thank you.
Yes, there's congratulations to Dr. Sudhir Sheth. His team is the victorious. Congratulations for the Thunders for once again winning the game. And now it's time to announce the player of the match. It's once again a decent all-round performance. There were actually two players in contention for the player of the match, but they were running very, very close to each other. But finally, the contribution for the success of the team is Ved Mamre. A contribution very handy for the side, 38 of just 23 balls, and then coming and bowling the 3 overs for just 17 runs and picking up wicket. Congratulations, Ved. Okay, no words here from Ved. He's just going to perform with his batting, and thank you, Bhai, for gracing the function. Thank you from Harish Kakodkar. I'll see you directly on Saturday. So there is no match tomorrow, and it's good night, Shubh Ratri, Shabba Khair.